Hi everyone, I'm Erin from Dope Dog, and I'm so excited to have our guests Ryan and Lindsay from Wags and Wine, our very favorite dog and wine subscription box. Yes, that's a thing. And today they are going to be guiding us through a wine pairing with some of your favorite chips. Potato chips. We're going to get into it. I've been looking forward to this. Ryan and Lindsay, thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
For sure. Thanks for having us. I mean, who doesn't love wine and chips? I basically eat this every single night. Ryan's always yelling at me.
I know. It's something I drink I drink wine all the time, and I love knowing what flavors pair with wines, and I have no idea. So I think I'm in the right place, and we're going to learn what wines you suggest pairing with these particular chips. We're starting off with some classics like sour cream and onion. So I'll let you guys kick it off with our first tasting. And just so everyone at home knows, we're going to go through 3 wines. If you want to follow along, we're going to be covering a Chardonnay, a Zinfandel, and a Pinot Noir.
Yeah. And one thing I always like to say is there's no wrong wine pairing. There's no wrong wine to drink with any food. Like, it's honestly, whatever you like drinking is the wine you should be drinking. So don't ever feel intimidated if you do these pairings at home and you think like, oh my God, this tastes awful. Like, listen to your palate, because I mean, we're not experts here, but I mean, we do know some info about wine, but drink what you like too.
Absolutely.
I will tell you guys though, Lindsay is definitely the expert when it comes to pairing chips with wine, because well before Wags and Wine started, always with a can of Pringles and some wine. We've upgraded our palate in the wine world a little bit, but she knows what she's doing.
Your taste buds are there.
The same.
Well,
get me on a nice hot summer day with a rosé and a salt and vinegar Pringle, and
oh my God, I love salt and vinegar. That sounds amazing.
Well, I figured it's not rosé season anymore, so we got to get a little heavier.
Yes, starting with the white, leading into the reds. I'm all about it.
Yeah, so we're starting with sour cream and onion chip.
Yes, I got classic glaze. I'm ready to chow down.
And we're doing it, we're pairing it with we have an unoaked Chardonnay just because we prefer it to be a little less buttery, a little less, creamy.
So if it's not in the oak barrel, it won't be as classic buttery.
Right. So our favorite Chardonnays are typically fermented in stainless steel, and sometimes they're also finished in like a concrete egg, which gives them a nice herbal, earthy flavor.
That sounds so sophisticated, and I feel like
it's buttery. A lot of wineries don't do it, but you'll see a lot more wineries starting to do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to show you what I'm drinking because it says butter on the label, so mine's not the nicest. So if you want a good Chardonnay, check out your recommendation. But
well, I mean, it's all based on your preference. I did a survey on Instagram the other day just asking people, do they prefer buttery shards or non-buttery shards? And almost every single person was like, put 10 sticks of butter in my glass, please.
Yeah. So, okay. I think I might be one of those.
So yeah, don't feel bad. But when you're pairing the shard with a chip like sour cream and onion, it goes really well together just because the sour cream and onion chips are one of the most like rich and pungent chips. You already get that creaminess and that really, really rich smell and flavor. So you could even pair it with a Sauvignon Blanc or something, but you typically would probably want like a lighter shard or a lighter white wine, so that the super creamy flavors aren't fighting each other. Okay,
I took a sip. Should I take a bite or should I take a bite first?
Sure. Okay. I would take a bite and then take a sip.
Okay.
And then take another bite.
This brings me back to high school. These are so good.
Would you like to try?
Oh, I've already been eating the chips.
2 bites and 1 sip. Complements nicely, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is a great snack.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want a super, super buttery shard just because then it's kind of butter on top of butter.
Yeah.
This is a creamy rich drink and snack. Something a little higher in acidity that's a little bit more crisp is probably what would go best.
Okay, so a non-buttery shard or Sauv Blanc, even, you said.
That would be good too.
I'm not as good with my whites. I'm a red drinker usually, so I always like to ask questions about like, okay, what's like Sauv Blanc and Pinot Grigio. I can't even tell those really apart. Chardonnay, you can tell usually.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's funny. Before we moved to California, we never drank Chardonnay, and never really. I mean, I don't think I even heard of a Sauv Blanc before we moved to California. But now we're fans of both. So definitely the steal on the Chard for me. I don't like them as buttery.
Yeah, we drink a lot of whites now.
Nice. Yeah. Well, with the sunny weather.
Exactly.
Where is the one you're drinking from? Are all your wines from Sonoma?
Let's see.
Or California?
The three that we have out tonight are all from Sonoma. The one that we're drinking, the Chard, is can you see it? Highwayman.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, they're local in Sonoma, and they're actually going to be in our March box.
Yep, March box. So.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Okay, great. So I have a chance to get it now, or I've got plenty of time to get it. Awesome.
Yes, for sure.
Awesome.
Are you ready for your?
Okay, what's next?
You
need a dump bucket.
I'm usually like, I'm never a dumper, but Ryan likes to try.
Pinot next? Pinot Noir is next?
Yes.
Okay.
Pinot Noir. Oh, wait.
We're supposed to do Zin.
Wait, switch it.
Okay, Zin. Okay.
All right.
I got them all here.
We'll go to Pinot.
We're ending with Zin because Zin's the heaviest.
Yes.
So we're going to do Pinot and Doritos next.
Awesome. Okay.
It kind of rhymes.
This is my favorite pairing by far.
Okay, so what's this pairing?
Here's my dump bucket.
Oh, wow.
I just poured my wine in.
How much can I pour for a tasting? Can it be a full
As much as you want. There's no rules here.
There's no rules. There's no
going to dinner later, so
no
this is my appetizer.
All right, so we're doing a Pinot Noir and cult classic Doritos.
Oh, the nacho Doritos. Yes, those are my favorite.
Oh,
yes.
Those are
okay,
great.
I'm ready.
The reason why I thought this would be a good pairing is just because most of the time when you do wine and cheese pairings, the most prominent wine there is a Pinot Noir. So it's kind of like Pinot Noir goes with cheese, Pinot Noir goes with nacho cheese. So
is it because it's lighter, or why Pinot? I always think Cabernet. Like that, I'm just like super basic.
I mean, you probably could, but just like the fruit forwardness and the Pinot is like really complements the pungent, sharp cheddar flavor.
Okay.
Like usually, a cab you would probably do with like a milder cheese, just because they say that you don't really like whenever you're eating something and drinking something, you don't want, you kind of want something more mild with something stronger. So you don't want to have a really strong pungent wine with a really strong pungent cheese, because then
you don't want heavy on heavy.
Yeah,
okay.
the flavors are just fighting each other at that point.
I never think about that. I really should.
I don't either. I'm learning. We're learning.
We're learning every day.
Yeah. Are you going to taste?
Oh yeah, I've already been eating them. I'm ready.
These chips are so good. I forgot about the wine.
Yeah, the fruitiness with the fruit forwardness of the Pinot with the cheddar, delicious.
Guys, this is okay. So far, this is my favorite.
It's dangerous.
It's so good. It's the best combo.
You're right. I would never think the opposites. I think I go heavy. I just go with the funkiest cheeses and the boldest reds, and I really like this nice lightness with the cheese.
Well, I always just figured all wine goes with everything.
Right, that's true.
Like, why not?
Just save the bold reds for the steak, then you'll be
okay. All right.
Or yeah.
Love this. So, would you say you could do this with obviously a block of cheddar cheese?
Oh yeah.
Any cheeses with a Pinot, and then if you're going with more milder cheeses, like I don't even know an example of them.
Yeah, like I would do like a Gouda and a cheddar and
Manchego.
Yeah, and maybe a Manchego with Pinot Noir.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you could do Cabernet, but I would probably stick with milder cheeses like a Brie.
Yeah, I was gonna say Brie and Cab.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, this is gonna be a staple in our household.
Yeah, it's dangerous, right?
Nice. And so which one are you guys drinking it from the Pinot? Mine's like a no-name brand from the store. It's actually not super bad, but what do you guys have?
So this is a Walt Pinot Noir.
Ooh, I love that label.
Yeah, really
Blue
cheap.
Jay, the vineyard, or the name of it?
Yeah, the vineyard this is from is Blue Jay, and it's in Anderson Valley. They're actually owned by the same company that does Hall wines.
Robert Hall?
Hmm.
I don't know. That's just a grocery store brand. I don't know Hall. I don't know. I know Robert Hall. I actually really like their cab.
I'm pretty sure Hall is in Napa.
Okay.
We haven't been there, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're members of Walt, though. Good winery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. We're members of all three of these that we're tasting.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have a problem.
Sounds like a good problem. We just moved, so we canceled our wine subscription, or our subscription. So we need to find something more local, or maybe we'll just sign up for your box.
There you go.
That would be good. Then you don't have to sign up for a subscription, and you can try.
I know, and just get it delivered.
Because we're members of 12 wine clubs now, and it's,
so you do all the research for us, and then we get the best.
Exactly.
exactly.
Right. I'm sold.
So last and certainly not least, one of my faves, we're doing a Zin.
Yes.
I love a Zin.
I'm sad to move on, but I'm ready. Okay.
The spicier the Zin, the better, in my opinion.
Okay, so what's the difference with Zin? I always see old vine. What does that mean? Like, how old is old? Like, I don't believe it. Does it matter?
I don't think it matters. I don't really know that much about Zin vineyards, but you're right. They do typically.
They just say old vine.
Right.
I think
It doesn't matter. I knew it.
I think Zinfandel grapes are one of the few that year after year continue to produce really great fruit, even if the vine is like 100 years old. I don't think that's typically the case with like a Pinot Noir grape.
Okay.
I think they need to be replanted.
For a certain period, a certain number of harvests, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was actually a winery that we went to, and they sourced their Zin grapes from the oldest vineyard in California. It was like 160 years old or something.
Yeah,
and it was
they're
still going
on the same vines. Wow.
Yeah, but the thing with that is when the vines are that old, the grapes get so small, and the juice yield that you get when they're that old is so much less. That because you're not getting as much juice from a whole vineyard, the price of the wine goes up so much.
Yeah, I've noticed that when it's like a nice wine and also an old vine. So
yeah, because you don't get those like big, juicy grapefruits of a 5-year-old vine. If it's 100 years old, I picture it being like, like tiny and shriveled. Like,
yeah. Okay, so what are we pairing with well, I know what we're pairing. I'll hold up my bag.
So we're doing Zin. Those are actually the exact same ones we bought.
Ah, yes, the kettle chips are really good.
Kettle chips,
the best.
Barbecue.
Yeah, so not that a lot of people think like, oh, I'm making barbecue or I'm eating barbecue, let's open wine. But a lot of times, if you're eating like nicer barbecue and you do want to open a wine, a Zin is typically what they say is like the best pairing.
Okay.
Just because with barbecue chips being kind of sweet and having that brown sugary flavor. You don't want like a super fruity wine. Like you wouldn't want, you should try the Pinot with the barbecue chips and the Zin with the barbecue chips and taste the difference.
And see the difference. Okay. Cause I'm learning opposites are good. Okay.
Yeah. Because the fruitiness of the Pinot and the sweetness of the barbecue are like just blend together and it doesn't really complement.
Try the good pairing first.
But with the Zins typically have, a lot of baking soda,
yeah, it's got like
pepper
on
them, so it complements the smoky flavor of the barbecue, but it doesn't battle the sweetness, if that makes sense.
Guys, I'm telling you, I got the worst wines, and this tastes so good together. I feel like it elevates the wine.
It's a cheat code.
This is really good. Okay, I'm gonna also compare it and see if what you just said about the Pinot not tasting as good because it's in the same vein.
You agree?
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't even really.
It's like mint.
Barbecue tips, but it's good. It's really good together,
Yeah, with the Pinot Noir, it's just like okay, it's not very exciting with it.
Yeah, because you don't get that clash of different flavors. That kind of they clash, but they complement. You get like the full spectrum of flavors: the sweet and smoky with the jam and earthy.
Makes you want to like go back to the other one. So it's kind of dangerous, but it kind of is a nice flow.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. It's so good. And I get why. I would listen to if you're at a restaurant or they suggest a wine with a particular dish, like it makes sense. There's certain flavors that'll meld better with others.
Yeah, for sure. Always
I love
listen
it.
to your restaurant sommelier. They definitely know what they're talking about.
I don't usually like barbecue chips, but the Zin really helps. I really like it. Awesome. Gosh, I don't know. I think
we should have done 5 chips.
Yeah,
I know. Well, I would have been hard to decide my favorite, but I thought the nacho cheese with the Pinot was my favorite. But because I like bolder reds, I'm kind of digging the Zin barbecue pairing. It's heavy. I like it.
There you go. That's good to hear.
And do you want to share what vineyard that one's from?
So this is they're a lot younger. They've only been making wine about 10 years. A place called Beltane Ranch.
Cool.
They actually have a beautiful bed and breakfast, what they're most known for, on Highway 12 in Sonoma. And it's like one of our favorite places to go and sit and have lunch. And they have these big oak trees. It's just gorgeous there. They have like 150 acres and everything is sustainable there. They like make all their own food for the bed and breakfast. All their animals like weed all of the vines, and
it's amazing. It's like
the property. Yeah,
it's awesome. That sounds like such a nice place to stay. I think that's the way to do wine country. Like get a little B&B or hotel and kind of enjoy that vineyard and really learn the story of their winemaking process. Awesome.
Yeah, it's been in their family for generations. The story is really cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I loved it all. Thank you guys so much. I hope everyone learned something. I definitely learned something, but I feel like I still have so much more to learn. And that's why I'm really excited that next week before Thanksgiving, we're going to be, or just in a couple days, I can't believe it's almost Thanksgiving, we're going to be doing a turkey pairing. So if you've got leftover turkey or the day of and you want the wine to pair with it, trust me, Ryan and Lindsay know what to suggest. So I'm excited to chat with you again soon. And thank you so much for leading me through this pairing. I learned a lot. And if you want to share with everyone can find you and learn more about your boxes, or maybe, sign up and try the wines that we tasted today.
Yeah, right now we're actually doing a whole month-long Black Friday special, 40% off plus free shipping. The code is gift guide. And if you want to subscribe for yourself, the code's just gift guide with the number 2. So if you want to send a gift or subscribe yourself, you can find us on all social media platforms, Wags and Wine Box. And then our website is Wags and Wine.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks. Cheers.